I'm Lindsay Smith with Real Agriculture, and joining me here in San Antonio, Texas at CattleCon, it's John Newton. He's executive head for Terrain. John, welcome here.
Hey, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
So, John, what is Terrain?
Well, Terrain is a partnership of four leading farm credit organizations. We have Ag Country Farm Credit, American Ag Credit, Farm Credit Services of America, and Frontier Farm Credit. And we have a team of analysts, and our analysts, whether it's in the protein space, the grain space, the wine space, specialty crop space, are surveying the landscape, helping farmers and ranchers across the country understand what's happening in their business from a markets perspective so that farmers can make more informed business decisions. That's what our team of analysts do at Terrain.
Not an easy thing to do right now. There's a lot going on in the trade space, the tariff space, those sorts of things. How are you helping farmers navigate what's happening on sort of the national and international scale?
Well, I think if you just, let's go back the last 6 or 7 years. There's been nothing but uncertainty in the ag space, whether it's dealing with retaliatory tariffs the first time, whether you're dealing with a pandemic, a global pandemic, historic rise in farm income and a historic fall in U.S. net farm income. Farmers and ranchers across this country are used to volatility. We're trying to provide insights on where the markets may go, what to expect. How do you incorporate this information into your business plan, your risk management plan, and we do that on a daily basis.
So that, to me, yes, includes crop prices, livestock prices, but also, of course, things like support programs, etc. What is the latest on as far as what American farmers, anyway, are going to potentially see this year in supports?
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, nowadays it does include support programs. By my math, the federal government has provided well over $100 billion in ad hoc support to U.S. farmers and ranchers over the last 5 or 6 years because of these volatile times that we're in. The Farm Bill programs that farmers have depended on for years just don't work in today's environment. And so most recently, in the continuing resolution that was passed out of Congress, signed by the President, U.S. farmers were provided $30 billion in ad hoc support, $10 billion of which is economic relief. So for crop producers that are facing what's likely to be a third year of very tight margins or prices below break even, they'll get some relief. And then obviously farmers that have been impacted by wildfires, hurricanes, other catastrophic natural disasters will see some relief on that front as well.
So, of course, President Trump, a second administration, his last, there can only be two. What do you think will be different about these next 4 years versus his first 4 years?
Well, I think the first 4 years we were in a different economic environment than we are today. Today we're coming off of historic inflation across not only the U.S. economy but global inflation around the world. We're coming out of that. The farm economy looks much different today than what it did the last go-around. So I think things are just different, and we're going to evaluate things as they occur, whether it's reduced regulations, whether it's, if, in fact, there's retaliation on U.S. agriculture, what does that mean for the farmer, and how does that impact their business? If Congress steps in to protect the farmer, what does that mean? So I think in this environment, things change so rapidly, so frequently, that you need to evaluate things as they occur, and that's what we do with Terrain with our farm credit partners. Help make sure that farmers have the most up-to-date and accurate information as they're making business decisions for themselves and their families.
So we are, Canada, Mexico, the tariffs that were threatened on these two countries, we have a pause. We have a 30-day window here before we see where it goes next. One of the things that Canada did float was potentially retaliatory tariffs on potash, on potential energy even. What is the awareness level of farmers on the importance of some of these things that are imported from Canada or other jurisdictions?
Well, I think farmers are incredibly aware of every single dollar they spend on their farm and things that can impact the cost of fertilizers or energy, for example. They're always paying attention to that because these are precious resources. They're financial resources, and their inputs are something that they pay a lot of attention to. And then obviously they're paying attention to the politics and how, political changes may impact the prices of their inputs or potentially change there are opportunities in export markets. We know that we've got an integrated North American market when it comes. I mean, we're at NCBA. We've got an integrated North American cattle protein space. We work well with our counterparts, both north and south of the border in that space. So I think farmers are generally aware, but at the same time, some of this is beyond just the farm gate. It's beyond the fence rows. And I think everyone, if you see the forest for the trees, know that this is about border security. This is about fentanyl, and he's using our economic leverage as a negotiating tool to get some of these more important things accomplished.
And Canada's got a border czar now, so mischief managed. We got this. All right, John, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.